Hi there, it's Melissa, and no, it's not Tuesday today, it's Thursday, but I'm back with you on the Scrappery today, and I've had a teething, nearly 5-month-old baby, and I was unwell on the weekend, so my plans to get things done by Tuesday didn't really happen, but you know what, there's always another day in the week that I can post my layout, so this is it. And what I'm using here is a cut file from the cut shop, and I can't remember the name of it, but I will provide a link to it below in the description box. And I'm just using my Jade kit. I knew that I wanted to save that heart for something, that little gold heart, and now I'm going through the papers that I've got left, and I think I've got everything left. I've just got no solid pieces of anything. And what I'm planning to do is back that heart, and so I'm turning over the pieces of paper onto the sides that I want to use for the heart. So these two pieces are orange, and they're not really doing it for me on this one. I absolutely love that paper there. I'm a sucker for a beautiful floral, and this is one of the most gorgeous ones I've ever seen. And it's got kind of like gold. It's not glitter. It looks like glitter, but it's not glitter. It's like fake on the pattern glitter. And so here's how I back my files, cut files. This is a really easy one to do. I leave the negative on the cut mat, pull it off, and then just cut outside it rather than use a pencil or pen. Just cut around it and then glue it down, and so you can see how that looks. This one I think I cut a bit too big on that side, so I'm just trimming it off. I would advise leaving it till it dries and then trimming it off at the end, but I was impatient. So I'm showing you another one here. I'm using this chevron. It's multicoloured, and what I'm also doing is, instead of cutting into the bottom there where there's still 12 by 12, I'm cutting into the top bits so that I can save those bits for other layouts where I might want to do something with the full 12 by 12 width. So once again, using my Tombow and sticking my paper down. So having a look at how that looks, and there is the finished heart. Azaria would like to say hi.
Hi.
She's waving, but you can't see that. And now I've got the pink acrylic paint by Craft that came in the colour kit, and I'm just using a little brush, and I am just painting on the word love, and I wanted that to stand out from the rest of the white cardstock. I forgot to say that I cut the cut file on American Crafts textured cardstock, and for interest's sake I've used the textured side. I don't often do that, but I thought it would look a little bit different. I did think about stitching around the heart and through the white parts, but in the end I liked it just how it was. So now moving on to preparing my background paper, and I'm adding some splatters. I'm using two of the Craft mists that we got in the colour kit and one gold one that we got last month. And what I'm doing in between is letting them dry rather than blotting them. So now I'm wanting to make the most of my time, so I'm onto a task that I can do while I'm waiting for it to dry, and that's just to fussy cut out this heart. And it's the same sort of fake gold glitter look. And then I'm also cutting this heart that came in one of the cut apart sheets from the PLK. And so this will sort of add to the 3 hearts look. And okay, I said I wasn't blotting, but these splatters were really big and I was a bit impatient, so I did blot those ones, but that's the only ones I blot. So now I'm adding the pink. Sorry about that. That was my son Sam crashing into his container of Lego. It's all go with kids around here, and not much time until later on once they've gone to bed that it is quiet. So bear with me. Okay, and now I'm backing this cut file. So I didn't want to show all of this, it's pretty boring, but if you followed my videos, you know I use double-sided tape to adhere that fun foam. I would love to find some fun foam that has an adhesive back. Haven't been able to find it yet in New Zealand, but if you know where it is, let me know. So this is an older photo. I've been making a real effort to scrap older photos lately, and this is a photo of Sean with Brielle, our 3rd child, and she's a newborn in this photo, and I've had it for ages and I've really struggled with scrapping it because of the colours in it. It was taken at night, and it's a bit probably what I'd call brassy looking photo, but it's the only photo I have of this moment, so it deserves a page to tell the story. So I've put a white border on with scrap white cardstock, and that's how I do it. I often cut this out of my videos, but I thought I'd just leave it in so you can see. And then I just trim it down with my scissors. I could use my little guillotine, but I haven't. And then I needed something else to separate the white from the heart, because this will be layered on the heart. And I'm using that the B side, I think, of the floral, and it's this gorgeous scattered dot. So now I'm just adhering that with glue as well, because I find that's just quick and easy. And you have wiggle room, so you can move it around. So now I'm wanting to work out where to position everything, and that was my first thought, and then I decided to go with that. So removing all the adhesive, I will add some glue onto the ones that don't have double-sided tape, and committing to sticking it down. So the next thing I need to do is work out where to put some more foam on the back of my photo, just to give it a bit of lift, because of course that heart is raised up. So it's just on the right side there, and then I add a bit more underneath. If you can hear some talking, it's just my older two kids in the other room. Tomorrow is the last day of school before school holidays. I think that we are 2 weeks behind Australia in school holidays. So we've got Easter and then straight into school holidays, so they're pretty excited. Okay, now I need to make sure I use these hearts since I've fussy cut them out, and I'm loving how that one looks there. There's nothing in the photo of importance behind there. I think actually it looks like a drink bottle, so it's good to be able to cut that out of the photo anyway. So once again I need to put some foam onto the part that will be not on the photo or the heart, the large heart. So just gluing everything down again with my double-sided tape. And then I like the position of the third heart down there, so once again adding a little bit of foam this time just to the edge that will be on the cardstock. Now in terms of embellishment, that's what I'm about to do, and because that heart has got so much going on with colour and pattern, I didn't want to go overboard with my embellishment. Okay, so I'm actually adding my title, and I did think about just leaving it love, but whenever I've looked at this photo I've always thought daddy hugs, but I think I've created a page called that already, so I'm just going to call it Love Daddy, because that's really what it is. It's more daddy loving Brielle because she's asleep. But I just like the way that looks, and those stickers came in the kit, and I love the way they go with that kind of watercoloured ombre piece of greeny blue paper in the middle of the heart there at the top. So now I'm wanting to add a tag or label, sorry, for my journaling, and I found this one. It's just got some floral on blue around the edge, and I'll come back in soon and do my journaling. There's a little pink bow. It has white polka dots on it. That's from the pretty little kit from one of the kits, and I love what Renelle puts together for us in those kits. And I did try those black leaves again, but I couldn't make them work. Again, I will make them work eventually. So my final step was to add some sequins and some gems, but I'll just let you watch me do my journaling. What happened was that I got a knock on the door, and it was a friend of mine. I turned the camera off, and you really don't need to watch me put sequins and gems down anyway, but that is the final page. I hope you enjoyed this. I have a link to the cut file below, and I will be back again next week, possibly with another project with these Jade kits. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.